Hi everyone, thank you for joining me again today for more cookie decorating. So here I'm starting with just the pretty basic outline of the cookie. I sped up this part a lot because this is pretty straightforward. I am outlining my cookie with an outline consistency black icing. As you can see, I am overlining a lot, which is something I'd really like to do, and using my Scribe to correct any minor issues. I am filling in the spots that I may be a little worried about cratering, and why not go ahead and do the middle as well. Now I'm going in and flooding that black lava bowl base. For this cookie, that was my main challenge. I really wanted that lava bowl look to resemble what we see when we get chips and guacamole traditionally. This was one of my Valentine's cookies. Like I said, I really sped this up. You got to see a lot of my piping bag, and I need to remember to cut that next time. Now I go in with my Scribe, pop any air bubbles, make sure it's all filled in as I need it. Then I move on to the chip, the tortilla chip. You can see I made a little error. There was probably some air in my bag, and it caused that break in the icing, but that is not a problem. I go in with my flood, and I don't flood the entire thing. I go about halfway through, and then I move the icing down because I want that 3D look as if the chip is going into the guacamole. Once that's dry, I use an edible marker to add a couple of little dots on the chip. I'm never sure if this is pepper that is mixed in the dough of the tortilla chip or if it's part of the corn texture. So now let's work on our lava bowl. I used some white food coloring and I put it at the end of a paintbrush, and all I'm doing is flicking that paintbrush with my finger to create this splatter look on the bowl. Then I go in with a thicker icing and a black icing and a flat thick brush, and I'm going in and creating the texture, that rough texture of the lava bowl. As you can see, I piped some piping consistency icing straight onto the lava bowl at this point. I wasn't dipping anymore. I got impatient with that, and I just spread it around and made this rough texture with my brush. Like I said, the icing is piping consistency and the brush is short and stiff. I'm wanting to create that rough texture. Just throughout, and this is just really eyeballing it, making sure that it looks even and to your satisfaction, that you don't have any areas that are smooth and are therefore gonna stand out. You want it to look even. Now I did this as a Valentine's Day Guac My World cookie, but it would be great for like a baby shower, like talk about baby, Cinco de Mayo, any fiesta theme. Here I'm almost finished. Just adding some more of that texture. This cookie was a lot of fun to make, and I really debated whether to do this look or like the hammered steel look that we can also create with cookies. I went back in after adding the texture, and I did another coat of the white splatters so that I would have some white splatters that had that dimension to them as well. And here I'm using some pretty stiff icing. It's like stiff medium. And I'm going in and starting to create my guacamole. I love this bright, fun, almost artificial green for it. And then I grab some sprinkles, and it's really sanding sugar. It's red and green sanding sugar to show those little elements of the guacamole. Sometimes it's cilantro, onion, tomato, peppers. Everybody makes it just a little bit different, but I definitely wanted to again add a little bit more interest, a little bit more dimension have it be more than just a glob of green. You want, a little bit more interest. So I let each layer kind of crust over to make sure that it wouldn't flood and meld into each other. And again, create those different areas. And here we go. That is our finished guacamole cookie. Thank you so much. I hope to see you at the next cookie. Bye!